Hi, everyone, and welcome to this roadmap webinar. My name is Björn Holmberg, and I am leading GelatoConnect Estimator. I've been with Gelato for 14 years. I worked on most of the products that we have and have had. But today we're here to speak about the estimator, which is super exciting. And we have so much in store for you. So this is going to be an action-packed 30 minutes. And we'll see if we have some time for any questions in the end. But I really wanted to share with all of you all of the exciting things that are coming our way. And so let's dive into it. Let's take one step back first, which is, well, the print industry, here I say it is entering, but it has really entered into a new AI chapter already. And quoting is the first place where you see this gap and between the leaders and who are falling behind. Because in quoting, you have so much built in, right? You have all of your own in-house knowledge among your estimators. You have how fast you are to respond to the customer. The faster you are to respond. If you're first, you're 7 times more likely to win that job than if you're not first, right? And how do you get first? Well, you have to have powerful software powered by AI that can help you to get those quotes in seconds and minutes. And the whole world is spinning faster and faster and faster, right? In Gelato, we have never spoken about annual or quarterly, but in other parts of the industry in the world, I think quarters and annual paces have been okay. But in everything is just moving faster and faster. Now it is moving in the AI world, is almost moving by the hour, right? So how is your software being updated on a day by day and week by week basis to adjust to the changing landscape? And printers on the right platform will quote faster, win more jobs, and protect margin. This is the power that we are bringing with GelatoConnect Estimator. And I'm so excited to now share what's happening in the next 4 weeks. Just a quick recap of some of the things that we have done in previously. We have this year we have added things like packaging, apparel. We have doubled down on how easy it is to get started with GelatoConnect Estimator. We have another whole suite of agents and agentic network that just helps you to set things up fast and easy. And there are even more changes coming to that later also. And we are creating, those are just like a few tidbits of what we have been spending our time on together with many of our lovely customers. So let's dive in, and we start with offset. So in the next couple of weeks, you will be able to run all of your offset work. Many of you are already running offset with us, but we've also gotten a lot of great feedback on things that we should improve to make you be able to capture more of your offset volume inside of Gelato. And some of those things are about giving you more control. Offset is not as digital, right? There are more details, there are bigger runs, there's more money. So you need to have more granular controls of some things, while the AI should be able to help you to do all of that, of course, because in the end, what this is all about is like, how can we help you to take that amazing knowledge that you have institutionalized in your company and put it into the system in itself, into the AI. You train your AI based on what you have in your company, right? And how you operate. That is the key part. And by doing that and setting up AI guidance, meaning like how you train your AI, looking at what you have done before, you are being able to systematize and structure what you are doing. And that this is now fully coming into offset also. So we have added already, some of this is actually coming into your accounts very, very soon. You have the different imposition strategies. Now we have run to waste as an example. You can mix the different strategies. We're adding the full JDF fold catalog into this. And also, of course, you can add your own custom folds. Some of this is already there, but we're upgrading it so it works even better. And for example, the run speed logic, it's already there. You can model exactly how you want, how this should work based on the number of folds, but now we're linking it into the JDF fold catalog also. So it becomes easier and smoother for you to really have that granular control that you require when you do these big jobs. And for example, if you need to do some changes of the estimated imposition on the fly, today we give you a few controls for that. We will add more controls for this across everything from bleed, margin, but also finish sizes. If you want to create something with a flap, you should not have to set that up as a separate product. You can do it on the fly in the estimate itself. We know this is very important for all of you that are running offset a lot of offset. So very exciting, I think, to really have this. And if you have input and if you want to be a part of steering us or giving us input, feel free to reach out to me directly also. We're super happy to hear from each and every one of you. So let's head on to the next section here, which is packaging and rigid boxes. So we already have packaging and we are now also adding rigid boxes, but we're making some major upgrades also to packaging. One of the most requested things is nesting. So that is coming. Now, I haven't added the most complex nesting example, but you can see here that if you wouldn't be nesting that exact item there on the right, it wouldn't fit two. And that's the point of showing the screen, because today the estimator engine approximates everything as rectangles, but now we will actually respect the actual die outlines. You're also going to be able to upload your own custom die. Many of you are doing not only the standard like ECMA templates, of course, and you can upload those files and the system will automatically store that, understand your die lines, understand how much of that is going to be, how you are supposed to cost that based on your rules. So that is also going to help you to just move faster. And you can do this at estimate time. So when your estimator gets that file from your design department, for example, if you're doing custom boxes, then they can just run that through the system. And you can save that die for later also, so you can run it again and again and again. And and that also covers a bit of the die library. Today, we are going to do some major upgrades to how that is represented in our system. So if you are interested and working a lot with packaging and rigid boxes, then this one is absolutely for you. And I'm so excited about this. We have had a lot of lovely customers give us great feedback and input on this, but love to hear from anyone else who also would like to quote at AI speeds, meaning 15 seconds to get a full estimate. And this is really based on what we're already cooking here in the background on this. Like I think we have something really powerful going on in terms of how fast you can do, even with your custom designs. So don't hold back. Please reach out if you have questions or would like to get started on this. And this links actually to the first part I also spoke about when I spoke about offset. But of course, this is flexible in itself, but perhaps comes up more in offset jobs where you want to add sort of an additional insert or where you need some more things. Then in this case, the customer had the user here asked for 100 stitch books. And in this case, they realized, well, I also needed an insert to this that needs to go into the book later. And today you set this up, we structure everything in sort of product categories, which is super efficient and it's a part of what makes estimates take 10 seconds, 15 seconds. But when you need a bit more granularity, you should also be able to add those things on the fly because not every quote looks the same, right? And some of you do a lot of sort of non-repeatable work. it doesn't look the same every quote. So here you can see on the right that you have a new area here called add a part. And you also have an insert here that has been added to this. And you can remove it if you want. You can add more parts. You can then add different operations to it. Here are just the base ones. You can, of course, add more of those, whatever you have set up in the system, right? Whatever it may require. So on the fly, which is very important, right? So, and of course, the AI will help you to do all of this as long as you ask it. It will do this, and you can just drop in, the customer request, which may be quite complex, and it will structure that, understand it, and just add what is needed. So, I think this is one of those things that also will unlock a lot for many of you in terms of what types of jobs you can run via the estimator. So very exciting to share this with you. And on the same note, in terms of what type of estimates you can do, you may receive like an RFQ for a big job, right? And that job might be whatever it might be. Like it can be 100 different products that needs to be priced, or 100 different iterations of something. And we already today have the multi-product estimates, what you're seeing in front of you. But here there are some major upgrades that have been done here, which is, first of all, you can chat more with the AI now. Today, you have a chat, but we will enhance that so you can ask more. And because when you go multi-product and multi-estimates, it become quite, under the hood, there's a lot of things going on to enable this. But from your perspective, you should be able to chat with the AI, and you can do 100 products, 1,000 products. It does not matter for it. And you can just continue to iterate until you're done. These are types of RFQ or quotes that could take days to do, that should take minutes with this system. Another request we've received is that customers sometimes, or prospects, will ask to have a specific output format, right? They will say, you need to submit your RFQ with this output format. And what's coming here is you will be able to just ask the agent, like either to, hey, here's the spec that they want. I upload the PDF for the email that they have, where your customer has asked for, what the customer has asked for, or you just describe it. Like here it says, please add it with item specification, quantity unit, line total, and total rows. That's quite a simplistic still. You can go much more advanced and say, like, break it down per component, for every product. And that is really up to you. And the system will tailor an Excel file just based on that specific RFQ. This, I think, will be an unlock in terms of speed, in terms of how fast you can get back on these type of complex quoting. So again, just let me know if this is important to you, and we will add you we're happy to add you into the early group that will get access to this. Another part is, how do you then share these sort of estimates with customers? And today, what we have is you do your estimates, you generate the quote letter, and you can easily download it and just send it across and answer in an email. We've heard a number of you that say, hey, I just want to send it directly from the estimator interface. And we can, of course, do that, and we're excited to do that, but we are going to add some flavors to that. So we are going to have you click on this review your quote. This is a concept email, or this is the email that the customer would receive. And this could be much more complex, right? It could be multiple products. It could be multiple quantities for each of those products. And in this case, it's slightly oversimplified. But when you click on review your quote, you will get into, you can imagine like a checkout page where where the customer could then see each of the items that they are in the quote. If they have asked for multiple quantities, or if you want to give them multiple quantity options, you will have that there, and the customer can then select, okay, I wanted this with 2,000 in quantity, and I wanted this one with 1,000 in quantity, and in this case, it's 100 books, so okay, 100 books. And then they can, apologies, they can either approve it, or they can approve it, reject it, or they can ask for changes. So with that, you will then get that automatically into your system saying like the customer approved this, they're ready to go. You can get a push notification on your mobile phone or in your GelatoConnect app for this. You can get an email about it or an in-app on the web notification. That way, less hassle for you, very clear on what exactly the user or your customer has approved. No more discussions about, well, was it revision 1 or was it revision 2 that I approved? And I said yes to. It's just super clear. This also links for those of you that are already on our GelatoConnect 1, which is our MIS system, or considering it. This is, of course, linked into that. So when the user, your customer, would approve that quote, you're then able to turn that into a job and to continue from there. Similarly, another really important and exciting change is the estimator is coming to your phone. These are very early screens, but they are really showing what this will be about. You can open your phone and just quote on the go. This is, I know, super important. Some of you say, Stephen, I have 40 salespeople. I want they all should have it on their phone. I don't want to see them in the office. If they're in the office, I know they're not selling. They need to be out on the go. And if they're out on the go, what's the easiest way of quoting? Well, it's definitely on your phone. It's not on your laptop. So this will be, I hope, a great improvement for everyone that is out driving and meeting all of your customers, and to just be able to do a quick quote, but also, of course, be able to send that quote directly to the customer from your phone. We just saw sending quotes on the previous screen. Of course, that will work from your phone also. So you can just send it and they will have it in their inbox and they can approve it through that link just directly also. Of course, that will also be very easy to do on the phone for the customer, right? So much change is coming, and I realize I've gotten a bit excited, so I speak very quickly. So we have powered through a lot in a short period of time, but we're not really done there. There are even more things coming, and we have the JSON. So as you integrate the estimator, if you want to integrate it to different systems that you may be using, workflow systems, other MIS systems, what data you get out of our system is, of course, extremely important. We already give you a very good structured data. It's called a JSON format. And a webhook here is really just a way for a system to send data to another system based on a certain event, such as you flag that you won the job, you want that data sent into another system. We're going to add what we call here a full data export, basically just a much more granular export saying how, because when we calculate an estimate, we know exactly how long time we calculated that job would take on the print machine, on the cutting machine, on every process is estimated in terms of time and cost and so on. All of that data will be outputted into this export, which will make it easier for you to sync it directly into your MIS or into your workflow, depending on how you want to, if you want to create jobs directly from it, for example. Another thing that is highly requested and that is coming our way is being able to set up your own groups of machines. Today, you can set up, for example, your print machines, and we automatically route to the best machine for the job. You should also be able to set up your own groups of this for some process that we haven't modeled already. whatever, a specific type of die cutting, let's say, then, well, you have 3 machines that could be candidates for it. The system should be able to just automatically pick which one of those that fit the job the best. So that is going to be a major improvement for many of you that are having some more detailed, complex ways of processing things. And here it's just a one line. It deserves its own 1, 2, or 3 pages, I guess, in reality. But in Gelato, we have our Gelato StoreLink, and StoreLink has web-to-print portals so that you can give to your customers, and you can then have them process SKU-based orders, meaning like predefined things like, okay, my customer, let's say it's Mercedes, they always buy sales and marketing material, and they want a portal for that. So then you can set that up for them. But maybe you want Mercedes also to be able to quote anything you have, right? Why should they have to email you about all of the other things they may want to order? So now you're going to be able to do both your quoting from the estimator and all of the web-to-print parts on the same portal. So Mercedes, in this case, can just then go and say, hey, I also need this big job of whatever they may need, 10,000 brochures, 500 books, and 4 large format banners. And that can be a quote then directly to you, and you then process that. And in the same way, one thing I missed to say before also, multi-product estimates, which I just described, is also coming to the customer-facing estimator, which is inside of the StoreLink and web-to-print, meaning the Mercedes can exactly do that type of quote that I just described directly to you. It comes in as a multi-product estimate, fully priced and ready for you to review and approve. So that is that is a long list of things, I would say, on what's going to happen in the next 4 weeks. And it's all really thanks to all of you that are already customers with us, that have given us tons of feedback and input. We really want to work super close with each and every one of you. Together, we will make the system even better. And so if you're not already a GelatoConnect customer, and you're considering it, please, you feel free to also reach out directly to us. We would love to hear if there's anything specifically that you're seeing here that you would like to be a part of or would like to give input on. We know that the best way forward is really to move together. We move with the speed of AI, both in the product itself is powered by AI, but we are also ourselves highly powered by AI. And we really want to help you to grow, get that control, get that independence from any specific parts, and free up the time from your estimators from doing things that are routine to doing more specific, highly complex things, but still with the most modern AI-powered tools. One thing that some I have spoken with in the industry tell me is that, well, I will opt to rather train a new person in my old system, a young person that can learn how we work. And that's all great. However, you shouldn't disregard and you should really factor in what type of software does a young person want to work in. Do they want to work in a software that is AI powered or not AI powered? Do they want to be connected to the future? Do they want to be able to say that I have learned more about AI, I understand where things are going, thanks to also the software that I'm using? I think at least the answer is they want to use AI-powered software. I'm quite convinced. I've not heard anyone saying the opposite. So I think that is also something to factor in as you think about how does your stack look in the future. And another thing to if you are then now considering the GelatoConnect Estimator, you should really take the opportunity to try us out. You can do that without any cost for 14 days, get it up and running, and do estimates and see how fast you can do things. So go to gelatoconnect.com, select the estimator, and just start a free trial. No credit card is required, and you can be up and running immediately. And once you sign up, you have the opportunity to do some test quotes. We have loaded your system with example data so you can get the feel. And you could probably get pretty close to your current estimates in just a couple of minutes of tweaks. And then you can start to evolve from there. But see the power for yourself of what's already here, and then get a sense of what's coming. So I think that is a good place to stop at for now. If I think we have so much to do now together. So, and we'll see each other in another 4 weeks then for the next roadmap. And thank you again to all our customers that have helped us to shape this and given us the input and feedback. And for anyone who's considering GelatoConnect, give it a try directly on gelatoconnect.com. And I meant GelatoConnect Estimator. And yeah, thank you so much.